Good afternoon. I am on the Coventry Greenway on the bike path right now, and I'm on the spot near the men's club off of Hockney Hill Road. I just want to kind of communicate that you don't have to go to extreme places to go birding. This is a great spot in terms of you're near water. It's secluded when you're on the path, and it's a lot of woods, so you definitely spot some birds. You just have to be aware and want to see them. And I think a lot of times that's the big thing. One of the things I had said recently to someone was, get to know your local birds, get to know the common birds. That way, when the uncommon birds come around, you know that it's not common. Like, that sound is something I haven't heard before, or that shape isn't something I've seen before. So it definitely helps to learn your common birds. That way, it's easier to spot the uncommon ones. So right now, I'm gonna just walk all along the path and see what I can see. And I'm just on the side a little bit, and I can hear a cardinal. But then in the underbrush over here, I hear something on the ground scrabbling. So knowing that most likely this can be either a chipmunk, squirrel, or it could be some kind of thrush. It could be a rufous towhee. It could be the ovenbird. If it sounded bigger, it could be a turkey. It could be a quail. Things like that. Actually, I can see now, and it is a rufous towhee. So also, as I'm standing here, there's a black and white warbler that's up in the tree doing his squeaky wheel. One little great piece of advice when you're walking on the bike path and you are looking for birds, just be careful of the dog. I'm walking through and I heard a pine warbler pretty immediately. It was at the top of the trees, and that's usually where they are. So that's really helpful sometimes. And I don't mean to say it like you have to learn exactly where every bird is, but once you start to understand where some birds are, it helps to identify them later. So I heard the trill, which is typical of a pine warbler, and obviously I heard it, that was up, but I'm going to look up because most likely it's either on top of the tree calling or within the branches and the leaves calling. Another bird that I heard just while I was looking up for that was the ovenbird, and that's a teacher call. So those birds, when they can be up or down, but most likely they'll be more level or on the ground. So that's where I want to look for those. So, and this all comes with the experience, and it all comes with you going out and just birding as much as you can when you can. But I always look for birds when I am out. So I could just be walking the dog, but usually I'm looking for birds. Here right now, see the waxwings, and again, that's just kind of understanding that I've heard them before. So I am just on the edge of the pig trail. I hear a bird that hasn't stopped. He's been going consistently for 5 minutes, and it's a vireo, most likely, and I'm pretty sure it's a red-eyed vireo. One of the things about red-eyed vireos is they will call all through the summer. They tend to go higher in the trees. They'll be everywhere, but they call from branches a little bit higher later in the summer, and they're nonstop. One of the mnemonics that people use, and I tend to use this: here I am, where are you? Over here, up in the tree. So it doesn't always sound like that, but that rhythm and cadence helps me identify that that's a red-eyed vireo. Already on this walk, I'm going to head back. I've seen Phoebe. I've seen a black and white warbler. I've seen a pine warbler, the red-eyed vireo, some mallards out in the pond, and I nut hatch chickadees. My point is even places like this, if you pay attention, you're going to notice more birds than you thought were there. So again, know your common birds, and that'll help you identify the non-common ones. And then, what you do is try to figure out what it was. That way it becomes common. And then the more you do that, the more birds you'll be able to identify. Thanks. Good birding.